Your steaks are no longer gonna suck after this video because I'm gonna show you how to do it. It's quick, it's easy, and you will get perfect steaks every single time. Also, I've lost almost 60 pounds in fat. I got clothes that don't fit me anymore, so I'm wearing this shirt. This thing is huge, like gigantic, but it's so comfortable, so I'm gonna keep wearing it even though it looks ridiculous on me. All right, let's get into steak. What I've got tonight is 2 New York strip steaks. I'm cooking this for me and my wife. Here are some of the keys with this. You want this to not be cold when it goes onto a pan, because a cold steak on a hot pan will cool the pan down. You won't get a good sear on it. So you pull this out of the fridge at least 30 minutes before you start cooking, just so it can kind of breathe a little bit, and then the surface areas will get a little bit close to that room temperature. That will make it so it doesn't cool the pan down too much when it goes in. I like to salt these too about 30 minutes beforehand. It draws the moisture out. So now I can take my paper towel and I can just come in and I can pull that moisture. So when you get a steak on a pan, the key here is you want it to be dry and not ice cold onto a ripping hot pan. That is going to create that nice Maillard reaction where you're going to get that perfect crust on the steak. If it goes in with moisture, it's going to create a barrier. It's not going to get a good crust. If it goes in cold, it's going to cool the pan down. It's not going to be hot enough. It's not going to work. So those 2 tips right there will automatically make your steaks way better. Now, let's get to the actual cooking of these steaks. First, I'll salt and pepper these, then we're going to throw them down. So from here, we're gonna get a ripping hot pan. I'm using cast iron. I wanna make sure it's got good heat coming up. As soon as it starts to smoke just a little bit, that's the time you wanna make sure you're going in and getting those steaks down. So this is a good hot pan. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the fat caps down first, then I'm gonna sear each side for about 90 seconds. I go ahead and press these down into the pan so I can make sure that it gets a nice even surface on the bottom and gets that crust developed. Give these a flip. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and pull them off. All right, so what I've done now is I have pulled this pan off the heat and I've turned the heat down. I've added a big stick of cold butter to this. That'll help cool the pan down real quick as we want to bring the temperature down so that we can get the butter going, and then we'll start the basting process. Once that butter is melted, it goes back into the pan, and now I'm just basting and turning every about 30 seconds. All right, I've pulled these off. Now I added just a little bit of this Kerrygold garlic and herb butter. It's gonna rest for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then it should be perfectly done. All right, the steak has rested here for about 10 minutes, so now we're gonna try it out. See how it looks. It's perfect medium rare. So if that's how you're looking to make a steak, it's got a good crust, it's got a good flavor. This garlic herb butter is gonna make it taste delicious. And if you want it cooked up a little bit more than that, you just leave it on the pan for an extra minute or 2, and you're good to go.